What's happening, people? GOTW Leanbod here. So, I have a replay sent in by Paris. He is playing at the time RV Earth. The game is Scythia versus Parthia, a classic in 1v1 CWB. So, I was thinking originally before this game started, when Paris sent the demo over, I thought it was going to be 8 gold cav from Paris. I thought he wasn't going to opt to choose horse archers, because in the current meta, often in this matchup, people are deciding that horse archers are kind of redundant and people aren't utilising horse archers. However, I'm surprised to see that he's actually got horse archers in this game. I paused it just as the game started because, as you can see, we're 400k in the game. It took a while to start, so I fast forwarded it, paused it as the game started, and this is how the armies have opted to line up. So yeah, like I said, we've got 2 horse archers from Paris, and looking at them, they've actually got more upgrades than I'd expect them to have. So he's got gold horse archers, very unexpected. He's got 2 chosen archer warband, gold sword, and he's just gone for 6 normal archers. A lot of people would decide to go 4 and 4, but he's decided to go 6 and 2. Can understand why. I mean, economically it does make sense, and he has decided to get 3 war dogs, which he's going to try and use to, well, whittle down the archers, which is quite smart. And overall, yeah, I really can't have too many qualms with this army. So look at the upgrades on the cav. He's just got gold cav, so some people decide to go gold 1 chevron across, well, as many of the maidens as possible. But all in all, I think this is a really balanced army. If we go and look at what Earth's got, he's got some Arab cavalry on the side, he's got some camels, he's got 3 camels and 3 cataphracts. I think overall, armies from both sides are very good. Hillman on the side of Earth, interesting. I've seen people in this matchup take, instead of bothering with Hillman, they've often just took 6 archers and decided to fight that out, and whittle down the archers on the side of the Scythian side, and then take Eastern infantry. And sometimes that can cause Scythia all sorts of problems if they take a load of Eastern infantry for the end cav battle. Essentially, they can fight out the archer war, stall it down, and then use the Eastern infantry, even though they've got weak morale, just as a kind of shield for their cav for the kind of final battle. But all in all, like I said, both armies really good. So I'm going to go on the side of Paris. I'm going to see how he attacks this, especially with these war dogs. I want to see what these guys do, and then we're going to see how this game should be played out at a fairly high level. If I were Paris, I'd probably have my headhunted maidens a little bit closer to my archers to start, even though I know he's certainly got them in skirmish mode. I just think a little bit closer is a little bit safer. But yeah, let's see how he uses horse archers anyway. Like I said, a lot of people are using Scythian nobles instead, and yeah, we'll see how the game plays out. Also, most people don't ever choose to upgrade their horse archers, so yeah, these guys could play a vital part in this battle. But let's see how it rolls out. I'll play it. Right, so we've got Earth moving. He hasn't got his peasants quite in front, and I would make certainly sure that my peasants were way in front of my archers, just to ensure that they took the first hit. But he's looking to make a little bit of an awkward skirmish, and he's looking to get away from these chosen archer warbands so far. His slingers as well. I mean, some people choose to put slingers out wide and force some kind of force the enemy cavalry to get tired, but yeah, Earth hasn't opted to do that. He wants to win the archer war in the best way possible. So yeah, I mean, I think he's going to sacrifice this slinger unit, and he's put it inside peasants so that the peasants take some of the fire shots that the slinger's taken. So yeah, we've got Paris already gone into Canterbury circle against the slingers that are on this side. He's running his headhunting maidens in already. Earth's been a bit slow to this and should have had his Arab cavalry way closer, because Arab cav, believe it or not, do quite good against headhunting maidens. Like, I'm not saying they win, but they do fine. Like, you can make stuff work around that. So Earth's already lost an Arab cav. Not really ideal, but not the end of the world. And these slingers are already down to 22. across the board. So 26, not looking good. If we're looking across Paris's archers, looking good across there. Let's have a look at Earth's numbers. So did Earth do this correctly? No. On that side, no. Archer's doing badly. Yeah, Archer's doing terribly across Earth's entire circuit at the moment. And to be fair, they should be matching up. They should lose to the Archer Warband, but they should be matching up a bit better than what he's doing at the moment. So, I mean, position-wise, I think Earth's alright in terms of where his cav is, but I think he could have done better at stalling out the Archer War and weakening the forces of the Scythian archers more so than he's done so far. So we've got the War Dogs moving already. The War Dogs, as you can see, are moving towards the Arab cav. So I think pretty smart choice in terms of what Paris has chose to do, because the War Dogs are going to chase these down until they're all gone, and they will keep hitting and hitting and hitting until they die. So yeah, good use of War Dogs so far. Earth with his general, I personally, yeah, I think that's actually a good choice. Saying that, I was going to say I'll personally go towards these, maybe try and rout the peasants, because a routing force on any team kind of demoralises any of the rest of the units around them. So good use of Paris bringing them back, I suppose. He knows he's winning the Archer War, and yeah, I think overall Paris has done the better job so far. Great takeout by Earth. So all in all I can critique so far is the fact that Earth's not done with his archers what he should have done so far, but he's done very well with his cav to take out that unit and just weaken the morale of the units around Scythia. So let's have a look at what these Arab cav are doing. So the Arab cav have engaged the headhunting maidens. He needs to follow up with those though, because the Arab cav aren't going to hold too long. But if his general's a little bit closer, these maidens would look pretty poor. And at this point, you would think that, yeah, Earth's got a really good chance of winning this, because he's just taken out a good part of that unit, as well. If I were Earth, I would rush all my stuff. I'd get my archers just here. I'd line them up. I'd just run them and just line them up here, and then yeah, I'd start charging down all the stuff here and just forget about these chosen archer warband for the time being. Just get rid of these guys. Keep all my cav together and make sure that if there's any charges that come from the maidens from Paris, that yeah, they go through. And I'd also take out this unit here. But yeah, Earth's lacking on his Arab cavalry here. The best thing that he possibly could do, yeah, is catch a unit and allow his other cav to catch up. But these maidens, they're fast as fuck. Arab cav are very fast, but maidens are extremely fast. I think I would debate that they're faster than other light cav on the game, but I couldn't. I don't have anything to kind of warrant that argument. These hillmen should have them on tight really, and he should keep them with his army. They would be extremely wasted just by a 3 cav rush, which I can see happening now. Yeah, so Paris has seen that. Hillman wasted. He might take out a couple from here, but all in all, he should have them with his cavalry. So the hillmen have been taken out. We've got the chosen archer warband in great positions just to shoot any cav that are close by. But Earth's doing really well in keeping his cav together and taking out the units that are around this area. So yeah, Paris, in my eyes, looks like he's in the stickiest position at the moment. These guys here, you can see everything routing. I would take all of these cav and I'd just walk them to this position and allow all the units to rest before I go for an engage. So yeah, what we've seen basically on both sides is just a kind of clean sweep of the archers that they could get, and then yeah, it's just going to be a lineup. But as you can see, I was talking about the horse archers at the start of the game, and I was going to say how's Paris going to actually utilise these guys. So right now he's going to shoot the Arab cav, because they're the only cavalry on the Parthian side that are actually going to take any damage really, from a frontal assault at least anyway. So yeah, what Paris can do is try and tire these guys out, but as you can see, Earth's cav are tired and winded, so what he wants to do is put these guys on the loose and just face them this way if I were him. But in game, obviously, it's not as easy as just thinking like that, but in hindsight, obviously, Earth will probably look at this and think, yeah, I should have done that and kept his Arab cav way back here so that these guys couldn't get in range. So let's have a look at Paris's numbers anyway. So he's got all six of his headhunting maidens intact. So he's got 27, 27, 17, 28. So his general's fully intact, 26 and 17. So his cav are fully intact. And are they tired? Winded, fresh, winded, warmed up. So yeah, Earth's been running these guys way about. They're running too much. They need to just... They needed time to face these guys at least. So he's still running these guys. Should have put them in loose and just let these, like, and if this horse archer here pivots around here, just pivot the cataphract that's closest in loose towards that, and try and not let these guys shoot any of the cataphracts in the back. Easier said than done. So yeah, Earth wants to rest his general, he wants to rest all of his cav, but in the meantime we've got Chosen Archer Warband, one of the best archers in the game, shooting down your cav. You're not too happy about it, but he's also facing the back now, so he's going to get some stuff shot off back on him, and he can't back up to the red line, so Earth's in a very sticky predicament. So let's just see what Earth opts to do. If I were him, I would get my cav on loose right here. I think running's probably a good idea. Just get them loose here, force Paris to move his stuff. Like these archers are fresh completely, and well, these guys are very tired. So yeah, should be on loose, should be spread across there, and he should be looking to go for a final cav battle. But yeah, like I said, I actually going back to thinking Earth was doing better. So Earth's about to get caught out here. Good move from Paris to get these guys routing. The fact that these Arab cav haven't routed is unbelievable, and they're not even that close to the general, so that's quite impressive, and he doesn't want to waste them, so he should really bring them back here. This, in my eyes, isn't red line camping. This is just the way the game's formed out, and Earth hasn't got a choice other than to do what he's doing. As long as he's not sitting along here with his cataphracts, this isn't a problem with CWB in my eyes. 1v1 maps can often become quite small once you're forced into certain positions, and Paris has done a good job in pushing him into this position. So what I'm going to do is actually put this to double speed. I want to see what Earth does. He's obviously not happy about these guys spraying down any of his units. He's got no Arab cav, but he does have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He does have 6 units intact, and they're relatively close to what Paris has got in terms of Paris's maidens. So it's going to be a charge on charge battle, apart from the fact that if we look at Paris's maidens, we've got fresh, warmed up and fresh. So they're good to go. These guys are not good to go, and Earth's moving forward. He needs to stop running. He had to stop running ages ago, and he had to go in loose, and he had to rest his stuff. So I'm putting this in fast forward. This is a really good game in terms of any new players that are watching, just to see how this game's done. I mean, from the Parthians' perspective, what you really want to do is just waste as many of the Scythian missiles as you possibly can with as little archers as you can. But yeah, like I said, look, he's facing these horse archers still getting dropped, so he's in a really, really tight spot right now. And I mean, his only option is to charge, and he can't charge because all of his stuff's so tired. So I mean, what he possibly could have done with 2 cav, you know, taking out 2 archers, maybe 3 archers, he did with all of his cav, and he took them all out. And in the meantime, he tired his cav. Like, they're not as quick as these light cav, and obviously everybody knows that the headhunting maidens are very good against armoured units. So right now, Earth is in a tight spot. I'm going to move over to Paris's perspective anyway, because I've stayed on Earth's for a little while. So he's just sat there and thought, right, I'm in a good spot. Let's just play this out. Let me use my horse archer's ammo. Do I have any ammo on these guys? No, he doesn't actually. So he's run out of ammo on both of his Chosen Archer Warband. I suppose the game's been going on long enough now, so they do run out of ammo a lot quicker than the average archer. Let's go over to his exhausted horse archers, which he's correctly deciding to rest. They still have ammo, so I swear to God, horse archers seem to never run out of ammo. Like, as long as you keep them alive, then they can shoot all day long, and that's what he's done. So not only has he got a pretty good 6 cav setup, he's also got 2 horse archers that, if he rests correctly, can also be part of flanking Earth's cav. So Earth's setup's very defensively. He realises he's in a really tight spot, and yeah, it's just a matter of time now before Paris's horse archers rest, and then he's ready just to move in for the kill. So I'm going to triple speed it. I think it's pointless right now to do anything more than that. And yeah, moving the chosen archer warband out to the side is very correct. If I were Parthia and I had the